In times long forgotten, in a purplish haze, ever long on hair, though never short on ways to expound our minds on sweet blissful days, when fairies and hawks came around to play. We shared our minds, sadly some got blown, changed our destiny, then we made our own. Found ourselves outside, but never quite alone. They said you can't stay here and you can't go home. Kids came down with cheap guitars, anger in their eyes. They shared the love of freedom and never compromise. Carried the torch of DIY, avoid the business lies. A whole new generation who became politicised. Nowadays the youth make a different noise, embracing new technology, using clever toys, concerned with appearance, swagger and poise, happy with festivals of corporate boys. A ketamine wet blanket seems the food of choice. The spirit of the age might have lost its voice. Youthful revolution the state always destroys. I hope they prove me young and make a joyful noise. The strugglers, the stragglers, the jugglers and the rest, the travellers, the revellers, the lonely and bereft, the survivors, the jivers, the jammed and the blessed. We bring whatever we expect to find and we always do our best. We bring whatever we expect to find and we always do our best. Expect to find caring, sharing is good and kind. Bring whatever far behind. Thank you very much. Great British policemen, jolly coppers on parade. They're always there to help you, no need to be afraid. Highly trained marksmen in full riot gear. Trigger finger itching, wants to stick it in your ear. He's talking to himself now, staring down the scope. It's not a sign of madness, it's just a way to cope with the pressure of the job. All that entails, little details go astray. When health and safety fails, watch the target real close. Anticipating his move, you're protecting your mates, you've got a lot to prove. It's a split second reflex, only got one chance. Power over life and death in your sweaty hands. The police inquiry clears you, the toilet real enough. Little boys' games are deadly, but bigger boys play too rough. The body on the concrete, 12-year-old lies dead. You fired 3 warning shots in the back of his head. 3 warning shots in the back of his head. Through section. Of medical science, they found a different species to use. Because of today's mad scientists are monkeys, mice, dogs and rabbits. Bodies are poisoned with deadly chemicals to best mankind's bad habits. Anesthetic is given to relieve their suffering. Death is the only escape from the pain. Force-fed substances like bleach and alcohol, brutally tortured for financial gain. Laboratories of government aid, millions of innocent creatures die. For all this pain, we're none the wiser. You choose not to hear when the poor buggers cry. No one's allowed access to inspect the tests. A blanket of lies covers up the truth. Authorities argue their crimes are humane. They never produce the proof. Country's leaders condone the slaughter. What else will they choose to allow? Tomorrow's mice might be you lot, so fight for the animals now. Cool. The streets are full of hoodies, vicious scallies and thieves. At least that's what the headlines would have us all believe. They vilify the youth the way they've always done. They distort the truth to stop you having fun. Too old and bored for youth clubs, too young and skint for pubs. Prime candidates for ASBOs, mindless violence and drugs. Condemned upon the scrap heap before they're out their teens, an endless source of fodder to feed the war machines. They keep old England frightened, keep Joe Public off the streets. It justifies them putting fewer bobbies on the beat. Closed circuit TV's cheaper, and the camera never lies, recording all your movements with prying, spying eyes. So don't go outside, stay indoors, a prisoner in your own home. Find imaginary friends on the internet so you'll never feel alone.
Come on.
It's weird without thunderous applause, isn't it? I still hate Thatcher.
Yes.
Politicians and faceless drones with very few obvious redeeming features. Insipid civil servile test tube clones slithering around like spineless creatures. Definitions of right and left only serve to smudge the party lines. Absurd grey robots ideologically bereft make me hankered after harsher times. I despise George Bush, I never trusted Blair, and when it comes to this lot, I'm a little bit scared, but I still fucking hate Thatcher. I will always freaking hate Thatcher. Thatcher got a state funeral with a 21 gun salute. So I took mine, did you take yours? Tucked inside a morning suit. Busload of musicians were lining up to play to entertain the millions who were dancing on her grave. Metaphorically speaking, of course. I despise George Bush, I never trusted Blair, and when it comes to this lot, be very, very scared, but I still freaking hate Thatcher. I will always freaking hate Thatcher. For the unions, the squaddies and the unemployed, all the lives that which destroyed, all the souls that she bought and sold. Miners left out in the cold. The newspapers lied, the fans got the plane. 96 dead at a football game. The policeman lied, the fans got the blame. 96 dead at a football game. Some people say forgive and forget. I'm sure they're taking the mick. Some people say forgive and forget. I'm convinced they're taking the mick. Close communities torn asunder. All the people that they had murdered, while protecting all the paedophiles, hiding deep in Westminster files. For all she did and all she said, we should all rejoice. Now Thatcher's dead. Never forgive, never forget. Try this one. DIY punk shouldn't have to mean you've got to work for free. You can't eat good intentions, however tasty they might be. DIY should mean bonding together, not something cheap and lifeless, knocked off in 5 minutes by those who just don't care less. We possess the skills between us, we have the friends and contacts. We only ever work with those we trust. No need for binding contracts, no need for blinding constricts. It's not about making a fortune, filthy rich or just plain filth, pretending to be so honourable while doing it just for yourself. You cannot silence us with lawyers or frighten us with conflict. There will be no percentage for slimy crawling contricts. Avoid the dodgy promoters, confront the breadhead bands, ignore restraints from shady labels they'll never really understand. We should never be small-minded, there's no place for a punk elite. Rip up the anarchist rulebook, don't follow leaders, don't follow sheep. Singing your liberation songs with one hand in the charity box, parading like a peacock on heat, money stuffed in your socks. We possess the skills between us, we have all the friends and contacts. We only need to work with those we trust, no need for blinding contracts. No need, no need, no need for greed, no need. What should we do now? Might do some old ones from 35, 40 years ago. You buy the hit record with a message of peace. The big record company has money in the arms trade. The 5 big corporations sell money to the world, sell weapons to the world. They make money from the records, they make money from the blood. Thousands slaughtered by company bombs, thousands brainwashed by company lies. Ask the mercenary who pays his wages. The big business kills and they rake in the cash, all our cash. The pretty picture on the LP sleeve can't hide the smell of blood and guts, the entrails of a child in the war. Read between the lines on a lyric sheet. The people who buy are just pieces of meat on a battlefield. Massacre of innocent people, financed by your favourite record label. Any big record label you would like to choose. You finance the slaughter with blind unseeing eyes. You finance the death willingly with blind unseeing eyes. Bigness kills your senses and murders you with lies. The record company lies. Techno cock up. Got up in the morning on the wrong side of the bed. The 4-minute warning still ringing in my head. A false alarm, or so the papers wrote. The panic in the city sticks in my throat. How near did we get to the ultimate end? How many suicides and frightened friends? How much longer before the next mistake? How much more can the people take? The computer screwed up, the fortunate fled far away and left the world for dead. New technology governing life and death. The world waits with bated breath. Another cock-up they think is real is all we need, our fate is sealed. So next time you hear the 4-minute warning, stay in bed and kiss goodbye to the morning.
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Appropriate.
How about participate, Max?
Participate.
Living in fear of tomorrow, another day, another lonely life. Out of touch with the outside, waiting for something, waiting to die. Thinking about being young again, the same old dreams gone stale. Now all that's left is memories, as all around turns pale. A knock on the door, a gang of youths. Got any money, give it here quick. Can't understand what's going on. A kick in the stomach, the world looks sick. On the floor, hearing no sound, slipping away. It won't be very long. Tomorrow's headline's an epitaph, so that's what it's like to be young. Participate.
I don't know what you play, Eric.
Eric.
Yeah, I think Angry Raspberry.
Angry Raspberry? Reggae version.
I don't know.
Go on then. There's a computer inside my head, controls my body, my arms and legs. Nerves like wires convey my senses, relays commands to my body's defences. Honesty inside in blood and flesh. How we evolved is anyone's guess. I'm not that special, just another human. I thought I could handle the danger looming. I might seem somewhat pathetic, you're politely sympathetic, but please don't pity me. I don't require your sympathy. Working perfectly for 50 odd years. One sad day, everyone's worst fears. A fire in the corner, no one sees. No real symptoms like a common disease. No warning signs, a quick explosion. Circuit board, natural corrosion. Burning connections withered and died. Life changed suddenly behind these eyes. I might seem somewhat pathetic, you're politely sympathetic, but please don't pity me. I don't require your sympathy. Taste the frustration with every single breath. It's no exaggeration. There are worse things than death. There are worse things than prison. Like living in a cage, and no one sees the shackles on your limbs that cause the rage. Some seek solace in a bottle. It's over way too soon. Some seek comfort in a needle, trying to reach the moon. Some search for peace in God, hoping for somewhere nice. I know there's nothing out there, 'cause I've been there once or twice. They label me a raspberry, they think I'm just a grit. I'm still a human being, so please don't take the rip. They smile at the raspberry, dismiss me as a crit. But I'm half a human being, so please don't take the rip. Rip, 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 rip.
Woo. Good stuff.
What else have we got?
Probably should have practiced a bit more.
Yeah, probably. Can't find the ones I'm looking for. There we go. The war on slugs. since it's a garden concert. The war on slugs has become an obsession. Sneaky little creatures that come round messing up my kitchen and stone dead of night. They always wait until I switch off the light. At getting through tiny holes, they're extremely deft. They need to eat the detritus that we have left. A little bit of food that I have dropped, they're on it with the speed of a motorway cop. I'm not convinced that I can easily stop. Slimy little beggars might be for the chop. I couldn't be a Buddhist, I'm not that fond of orange and nothing rhymes with that, so I'm sucking on a lozenge. All the sunbed girls shouldn't be that shade, looking like they've been tangled with fizzy lemonade, like a 1970s Manchester bus. You've got a pale complexion, you're not one of us. Bus drivers all had cans brown or orange, and now it rhymes with that, so I'm filling this syringe. Squirting beer into the gaps all round the sink. Copper tape round the overflow might work, I think. Apparently if you throw them over the garden wall, they always find their way back. Their sat-navs must be small. They leave their sticky slimy trails across my chopping board, and my Japanese chef's knives they will slime no more. My dear old dad let me play with guns, and I have a pretty good eye, so I shot a man in Tesco just to watch him die. Sorry I'm going off at a tangent, but it's better than a tangerine, and lots of worms rhyme with that as I load my magazine. Slugs are driving me insane, do you know what I mean? Driving me to distraction, wherever that might be. An Armalite might be overkill, but I'm venting my spleen. Slugs are winning the battle, as ricochets can be mean. Slugs have driven me insane, now the kitchen needs a clean. Slugs have driven me insane, please pass me Mr. Sheen. Not Barry, not Barry, not Barry. I'll try a very old one that I've never recited before. I think. It's called Where Can I Start to Describe Such Beauty? Everything that is broken, cracked or odd, every blemish, stain or tear, all the dirt, dust and rubbish will always be this house, this home. Strange thugs who protect property with scant regard for the spirit of life that cannot be erased with paper and paint. For whose sake do they walk through our space, talking of tearing down our peace? Money dictates only to those who will destroy all they see. The doctrine oozes from every sentence. It surrounds us but can't envelop us. I have been a stranger to this pen. I can't rush into an old partnership without first learning the changes of time. I will use a page like a line until we become friends again. A slow, frustrating process. If I convince myself there is no door, I will act accordingly. For 20 months or so, I had my first real screaming room. I have screamed loud and hard. I have cried quiet and soft. These are things I have always sought, but they have eluded me. Imitations of true happiness have appeared to me in various disguises over the years and have shown me many different treasures. The prelude is over now. I am on the train with a valid ticket. My precious fellow travellers are my missing selves. We are one complete entity. You could take away the train, the tracks and the destination. You can never take away our journey. It seems as though I have always jumped upon conclusions, but have rarely understood the situation from every side. In my haste, my quest, I have felt pain and happiness, and have dealt it out to others without knowing the unknown element of the game. Does anybody understand all the details? We lose track of the finer points while we are too high or too low. There must be many tunnels and corners on this journey. If we guess at the view before we see, feel it, we will surely make mistakes. Mistakes cannot be rectified, only used as knowledge for future times. My words don't come cheap these days. I find it very difficult to communicate with myself. I can only say what I feel, but I can always find out how to say it, or maybe I can't. Maybe the things I need to say are fewer and deeper. I've never felt like this before. I am so very happy. I feel as though I must have been reading wrong ideas into my emotions for now. I know what the beauty of love really is. Wherever we go from this place, there has been so much. We will grow stronger each day. They will take what they need or take what they want, but they will never take our love. There is a beautiful thing about 925.
Very nice.
We think of a nice song to finish on.
Nice one.
Any?
Still nice ones.
We got any nice ones?
Those nice ones.
You remember revolting children?
Mr. Normal, that's better.
No.
Just when you thought things were going okay.
Wooden curtains?
Mr. Normal, is that not good?
In the land of wooden curtains, by the burnt out powder car, the future is uncertain, though it's certain to be hard. Blue sky thinking's clouded over, we're flying bottles and bricks, as our hope springs eternal and fucks off down the M6. '70s revival night, the past is grim, the future's bright. If you walk home through the valley at night alone, don't be surprised if you never get home. Unemployment and redundancy are on the rise again, and the mortgage company's murder with the stroke of a fountain pen. There's fascists in the council chambers with suits and ties and power, and England's green unpleasant land is once more turning sour. We'll fight them on the beaches and in the town hall square. They'll teach them that free speech is for all of us to share. They'll target the weakest ones first, like the bullies always do. When you're convinced it's not your fight, that's when they'll come for you. It's a 1970s revival night. The past was grim, the future's shite. If you walk through the valley at night alone, don't be surprised if you never get home. Don't be surprised if you never get home. Don't be surprised if you never, ever get home. Thank you.
Stick to guitar, I think.